Hi, everyone, and welcome to this webinar. So the software-defined vehicle is already a reality at ZF, whether it is for advanced driving function or automated driving, for automotive safety, or for electric mobility. We need a connected car, a car which is connected to the external world. Why? Well, first, it's to achieve the functionality by itself. B, it's to capture additional information about the environment around us. 3, it's actually the opposite. It's to deliver information that we see to the environment. D, it's to be able to cope up with the regulation. Like, for instance, when you do automated driving, speed limits may vary, and we need to be able to address that. And then finally, we are committed to permanent improvement, and we want to add functionalities to our products. The next generation mobility is promising, but it requires immense amount of engineering, and which is much more complex in nature and time-consuming compared to the past. If you remember, NASA sent a crew of astronauts last Friday to the International Space Station. So what is our go-to-the-moon target for us as software engineers? Well, for us, it is to be able to deliver a bug fix in less than 24 hours. So this is a very ambitious target, and anyone who has been in the automotive industry understands that. It's not as easy as it sounds. But the first thing you need to do in order to achieve that target is to understand what is going on in the vehicle. Not next week, but now. So it's a real-time data collection is the key point. Once you have that, then of course the engineers can work on the bug, solve it, fix it, and then they can go through full automation with the test requirements that they would build automatically, simulation tests, and ultimately they will release the software. And then, as the last hurdle, it is how to deploy that software into the vehicle. Once again, we can only do it with OTA. So OTA is really the foundational block to improve our efficiency and to reach this target. So why is standardization of the OTA pipeline so important? So if you imagine that everything I described before, we need to do it again for every OEM, then we are wasting time. And actually, all the promises of digitalization and monetization are void in that case. And there is no value to it, because the real value is in the functionality that we bring to the end user and the end customers. It's not in how we implement the OTA updates. So if you look at the data business, there are multiple ways where we can bring benefit to the end users by connecting the vehicle to the cloud. Using a standard technology, we can accelerate the data business. It's actually the enabler. I'm going to take a very unusual example to illustrate the benefit of standardization. Let's consider a very simple device, a ball joint sensor. So it's a mechanical device. Now, if you add to that small mechanical device, a suspension ball joint, if you add a sensor and you connect it to the cloud, then you can define a whole new range of functions. You can do road condition monitoring. You can do payload weight monitoring. But that device is so cheap, so small, that if we have to redevelop all the time the connectivity for each OEM, each car range, the price of it becomes simply prohibitive. So the only way to actually deliver all of this is to be able to standardize basic features like over-the-air updates and over-the-air diagnostics to make it a commodity in order to address these commodities. Thank you very much.